At last, the twisted heart of the world is laid bare, for sword or supplication.
Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, Bloodier Moon, and what I certainly hope, barring a complete disaster, will represent our last episode of this campaign. Week 77. Quite the affair. One last Baer F in the comments for our fallen comrades. Benjamin, Jacques, Zach, Varence, Connor, Amara, Danakaus for you, and Made Up Me Search. And of course, a big thanks to all the YouTube members who continue to support and made this series possible, both in and out of game. We're down to the final mission, of course. Darkest Dungeon Mission 4, which is widely considered the easiest one, weirdly. Certainly no cakewalk still. I gotta be prepared. I gotta get as ready as I can be. But should be pretty doable. I didn't look this one up this time. I'll come clean with you. I looked up in preparation just to remind myself of what was going on with the previous two, because I knew those two were a doozy. I didn't look up the map for the last one. That was purely, honestly, just blind luck that I happened upon the path that I did, and that worked out so well. But I did remind myself of what was to come in a general sense. Not this time. This time, I'm going back in, having done this a few years ago, but of course that might as well be a different lifetime. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be preparing for, what I think is the most problematic elements. Most likely bringing along, well, I mean, obviously our selection is pretty limited for the people that can actually do this. And the remainder of the roster here, we're pretty much down to Gustavo, Leasing, Tim, Dihydrogen Monoxide, who of course has been here from the very beginning, and then Double Death Dice, I think, would be the last realistic member. Gopher, maybe, but I don't think that's going to be happening. One last shout out, too, for our lower rank soldiers, keeping the estate guarded while we're away. Yeah, I think this is one last goodbye here, isn't it? I'm wanting to check, make sure we don't need anything with the guild at the very least for any of these final four. I do doubt it, and I am having no doubts that Leasing will be leading the way this time around. It's almost certainly going to be Tim, too, obviously. Getting a healer in the mix is going to be pretty necessary, and we're almost certainly going to have to actually bring some blood along with us, too. I think it's going to have to be you as well, buddy. And then maybe Gustavo finishes off this team. We've got some additional DOT resistance and healing here. A self-healer or two on the front lines, and should be pretty survivable. There is, of course, another big issue, that being having to sacrifice folks at a certain point in this. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And if you don't know what we're talking about, oh boy, do we have a treat for you. Which was, just pretty much completely spoiled, but you can pretend. I mean, what are we keeping the money for at this point, right? Might as well give him every option available. And I was even considering going the Emboldening Vapors route this time. That is definitely something we can do, is buff up the damage immensely here on the Leper and let him just go wailing on him with the chops. That might be an option here. I do feel like I should probably go ahead and sell a few extra trinkets as well to enable our complete gluttony at this point. Not going to need that bloodied neckerchief anymore. Sorry, buddy. I know it's so fancy. This one as well. I might actually use the Osmond chains this time. Yeah, I guess we're not going to need that shameful locket either. Oh, we had the combo there. Darn. I didn't know that. Oh, well. The money's a little more important now. That is a fun thing to have acquired at the very least. They're all good to go. We'll get them into the survivalist here. I mean, fuck it, dude. All in. Reduce some costs a little.
Success depends on survival.
When else? When else to get it all? Let them have every possible option here. All right. We got the team. We got the options. Let's get the trinkets. I think I'm going to go all in on the damage up front. I think it'll be pretty tanky regardless, even if we don't end up using like a tough ring and a an immunity mask here. As tempting as it is, I am really selling myself on it again, just talking about it now. Oh, I must have lost Dismas's head at some point. Did I unequip here? No, I did not. There we go. There's all their good stuff. I was starting to think that felt a little limited there. Oh, I could have sold a rat carcass too. Geez, yeah, that would have been a lot easier to part with. Oh, well. Brawler's Gloves remains pretty fantastic up front, although, of course, it is going to be a little bit more difficult to maintain the Leper's front rank position. But I do think that's worthwhile. And, you know, maybe a little accuracy for him. He is a Leper, after all. We'll do a focus ring, I think, to couple along with that, and hopefully that's sufficient bonus damage there. I mean, at some point, percentages compounding on percentages just gets ridiculous, right? So we're going to get there. Numbers are going to get us there at some point. I think I want to give her the Blight chance, and probably the Stun Amulet, too, actually. Get her a little bit more technically involved, and then super heals out of the Vestal seems like a no-brainer. Oh, boy. Oh, man. This is a strong combo for the Abomination. I got no problem with this. And, of course, this means both of our party members are benefiting from being in the front ranks, so that works out pretty well. Pretty sure camping isn't even going to be a factor here either. I've wasted all that money on the Survivalist. It's pretty funny, but yeah. I think we got this handled. All right, everybody. It's got to happen at some point, right? We must embark and purchase every single available commodity. Bring it all, baby. Why not? Off we go. Into the very darkest dungeon in the Bloodier Moon campaign. The strength of silence. And already wasting. All right. It's always here, I remember, that there's some kind of fun extra hidden room somewhere. I always forget exactly where that's at.
In all my terrible researches, what I sought was a glimpse behind the veil, a crumb of cosmic truth. I found it here, and in that moment of brain-blasting realization, I ceased to be a man and became a herald, an avatar of the crawling chaos.
I will say this last sequence does hit a little bit different now that Wayne has passed on. I'm very sorry you have to find out this way if that is indeed the case. Legendary voice actor Wayne June. One more go through the finale here with him.
Life feeds on life. In your petty pursuit of family redemption, you consume those who rally to your cause, and in so doing, you strengthen the thing, accelerating the end. This is as it should be. It is why you are here.
I'm starting to feel that way. Just in kind of a general sense, you know? Maybe not even this specific thing, but something like it at least. That's not a bad lot in life, you know, I'll take it. There's worse dice to roll.
We are chained here forever, you and I, at the end of the world.
Amen, brother.
Free yourself, rouse the thing, and embrace the ineffable cosmic hideousness that lives within us all.
I just haven't showered yet. I swear I clean up nice. Alright, final joke of the campaign maybe? Hardy har har. Here we go. Off to slay that foul, wretched thing.
You still foolishly consider yourself an entity separate from the whole. I know better. And I will show you.
Just fantastic stuff, man. Okay. So we're dealing with the reflections here. I remember that much. I believe at some point we will be presented with an imperfect reflection, which will be the way that we're actually able to deal any amount of damage to the ancestor. Up until that happens, I definitely think stacking a monstrous amount of blight is a wise choice. And then Tim is mostly just going to be on stun duty for the time being. I do think it's wise. Despite the lack of tank items on him, we do go ahead and probably want to focus up front as much as possible on their end. These guys are quite a bit squishier. He's got the Vestal style heal. Blight resist is already pretty low in the middle there. And yeah, I had that concern, certainly. The absence of stress healing, more than likely going to be a problem here. We do thankfully have stress healing on both of our front rank people, so in that way, at least we're addressing it. And ideally with the mark and maybe even a mark here, that should be enough as well. Leasing already going to basically take one out here. Giant blight, not going to be enough recovering from that. Gustavo doing just fine on their own too. Here we go. The blight really starting to stack easy. Nice dodge as well. Okay, strong start. That's what we're looking for. Do I have any way of marking you? That certainly would help here. I don't think the Abomination has a self-mark, though. Any way to take more attention off of her would be ideal. She seems like she's going to be the most vulnerable party member by far at the moment. Alright, we got another couple down there. Likely another perfect reflection in the mix, no sweat. No need for additional blight on these two, so I'll go for the stun on the new guy. Oof, again, some pretty strong damage courtesy of Osmond chains here. That's looking nice. I think we've built pretty damn well for this. Unfortunately, this is the first step of a few back here. But nice to know at least that we're getting through this pretty well. No need for Solemnity. Obviously, this isn't going to do a lot, although apparently I can hit him. Oh, right, yeah, no, okay. I feel like that's one of those do every time. But there we go. Now we're starting to see a possibility of imperfection, which is all we can really hope for, I suppose, in these trying times. The control game is definitely working out in our favor. I believe we've already even gotten him down to basically dead. Yeah, this definitely feels like a team well suited to the task. Speed could be a little better, I guess. That's the only thing really keeping them from, or keeping us from, keeping them from doing anything, really. I guess something had to give. Yeah, not quite the blight there either. Right, maybe do a little bit of medicinal work here. I think a Solemnity or two will probably fix him up. The blight coming there, nice big stack, 2-turn timer. It's working out, it's working out. No use limit on this, thankfully, so he's going to be able to help himself out for quite a while. It's really just kind of a war of attrition with this lot. Which means every dodge is going to be even more valuable than normal. Ooh, that looks like it might be imperfect. There we go. Okay, now we're getting there. Only a little less HP. With a stun here, I'll just be able to get rid of him immediately. Okay. Still not quite there. Maybe another dodge, buddy? Ooh, boy. Okay. I need to avoid those. I did enjoy hearing Wayne's evil laugh. That was fun. That's 2 down. I hope still, maybe. Might be right at the threshold here. Nice. It is both down indeed. We're going to top them off real quick. Definitely stay on top of that. I don't think we need to heal this time, so let's take a brief opportunity for respite. And I think I'll take the chance at the chop crit to see if maybe we can stress heal off that as well. Because he's already pretty healthy HP-wise. Alright, that'll probably pretty much kill him at least. Doing good still. Two imperfect copies this time. Oh, sorry, no, just the one additional one here. Already killing this one. Keep going for the control game, I think. I'll be honest, I definitely wasn't expecting to bring an Abomination into this final combat, but I'm glad I did. It is really working here. Especially with his item set. Seems particularly well suited for it. There's another imperfect, fantastic. Let's go ahead and try a stun there. Oh yeah. He is the truth. 2 turns to do it there. Another big blight here will pretty much kill him as well. God damn. Might as well try this, I guess. I mean, I got no harm in topping off one more time, I guess. He's already gone. Let's get the big swing, buddy. Good stuff. Still might get there. Oh, he just got enough on there. Okay, so that'll do up front. Depending on turn order, I might be able to get a Hue off to put him in pretty good position. The bleed, not so bad, but I feel like I might as well start using some bandages in this situation. Nice stress heal off that. That's awesome. Try the stun again here. Phenomenal. Phenomenal work, team. That's a stress heal opportunity, I'd say. He's already down, and he's basically on his way. Barring the group heal again, but I think he's going to have to summon here, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Yep, still perfect clones, though. I like this. Ooh, okay. The rare resistance. Guess I opt not to use the bandage there either. I wonder if it... I suppose it would probably be in my best interest to prioritize getting rid of the perfect clones for their damage output. I don't know if they're really all that different, though. At any rate, go ahead and speed along your journey, buddy. In fact, that ought to do it. Wonderful. All right, get us another imperfect here, pal. Leasing goes for another stress healer, too. Let's see, double imperfects, maybe. Hey, now we're talking. That'll get us where we need to go, bud. Oh, and Leasing is feeling it. Sensing the momentum swing. Oh, yeah. The whole squad is. Spirit boost, get that stress lowered. Tim with the rare target this time, and a big stress hit on top of that, unfortunately. If at all possible, I suppose I should really be trying to make it so at least one is dead every round to prevent that group heal from going off. So let's maybe be, even if it's not imperfect or perfect, let's maybe just be a little bit more focused on getting at least one killed. Like with this chop, for example. Although dead to the blight does kind of make me think, ooh, that was a clutch dodge, actually. That was big. That leads me that way, but... Alright, yeah, it's probably a group heal here, yep. I welcomed it. That's a big one, too. Well, the Abomination's double blight does do pretty well here, but oh boy, yeah, letting those through is quickly proving to be an issue. That'll do it on both. You gotta stop now. This is getting nasty. Oh boy, don't like that. Okay, well, you're dead to the blight, so that's definitely the play here. Only one more imperfect reproduction necessary to provide us the damage we need. Oh, that doesn't seem good. Okay, I guess it's the same thing. Now we just immediately go after him. That's a big chunk from Gustavo, goddamn. All in on the imperfect. Possibly try to stun with the Vestal here. There'll be a chance at a crit here too. There we go, nice stress heal for Tim. This should do it. And thus the transformation.
The flesh is fluid. It can be changed, reshaped.
Not quite yet, though. Oh, and immediately a very concerning attack. Boy, okay, yep. Time to start using some of this stuff. Maybe an Aegis scale in this situation. I don't know if that's really necessary. Got a good stun chance again, but I think the AoE heal is probably the best call here. And then we get a slightly better chance with Gustavo. I think we want to probably start getting some blight going here. And Solemnity's not going to do much, but it's better than chopping at dust. Yeah, Leopard might be a little bit more limited here. Dodges will be critical. I think we need to anticipate a Vestal stress check, unfortunately. Don't love the shift this time. Oh boy. Yeah, I hadn't really considered this possibility. I'll try to get as much holy water going as possible now, I guess, too. Stop those bleeds from being too big of an issue. Okay, yeah. Sister of Battle. Oop, okay. Gustavo just refusing to be touched right now. I would love for you to land a stun here, buddy. That would just make my damn day. Thank you kindly. Keeps him in position for additional damage at least. Not a lot. I don't want him going back to the 4th rank at the very least. And then I guess Leasing is able to put themselves in a pretty good spot through all this. And so long as we keep stacking Blight, we should be in pretty good shape. That stress heal obviously helps a lot too. Just keep hitting these. 18 per, looking pretty good. Stun chance is okay here, but I'm pretty sure I better just do this. Take whatever we can get. And Leasing, just getting ready for the inevitable. More dodge, maybe? At that time. Okay. You did your best, Tim, but let's maybe see one more resolve check. One more courageous? Nope. All right. That's fair, Tim. Given the circumstances. Maybe unreasonable expectations on my part. We do finally have the Ancestor in the front rank here, so hopefully we can keep it that way for a second. No, not that time, unfortunately. We do get the big blight off the Plague Doctor at least. Ooh, crits galore here. That's nice. Come on, buddy. You may not have many more chances at this. That's not bad. Ooh, craving the blood, no problem. I got you covered. You got a little boost from that too, don't you? That's not bad. He's feeling pretty healthy so far here, I'd say, so no worries on that front. All right. I suppose at this point I need to be a little bit worried for dihydrogen here. Possibility of another stress check, unfortunately. I think we better go ahead and bandage there, too. Try one more time for the stun. Lucky. Come on, Leasing. Big crit. 31 damage. I'll take that very happily. All right, nice little AoE heal. That'll do. That'll assuage my fears a little bit. I need to rid us of the bleed, I don't think. With that blight stacked up the way it is, I think this might be the last one for old Ancestor. Nice stress heal there again for dihydrogen. Away with you. One more group heal ought to do it. There he goes. Oh, yikes. Stress boost there as well. Not too bad.
The flesh is immortal. It is undying. Pray it does not take too hideous a form.
And then finally... Oh, I am realizing now, unfortunately, I failed to swap emboldening vapors on as an option. Definitely should have done that. Oh well. Alright. If I remember right... Yeah, we're getting the heal, but the blight chance coming off of this. I wouldn't mind taking a couple of self-heals before we finish things off here, too, to make sure these guys aren't going to be in too rough a shape. But I think at that point, then we'll probably go ahead and just let it happen. Those are big blights, but that's why we got the plague dock, I guess, just in case things get out of hand. Alright. Holy cow. What a campaign yet again. Oh boy. That's nasty. Don't underestimate the gestating heart, man. Let's get through this just like any other old thing. One round at a time here. Make sure we're not overlooking anything. A little bit more blight on there. I don't think that actually affects its ability to disperse, but we'll see, I guess. I should probably consider doing a couple more stuns on it, too. We do have plenty of anti-venom left, at least. Okay. Gustavo just dodging like crazy. Alright, with that one we should be in pretty good shape. Let's pop a couple of these extra anti-venoms here. Maybe try to stun one more time. There we go. Make sure everybody's nice and healthy for the end here. That blade shouldn't be too big of an issue. One more round of damage. Ought to do it. We might as well, I guess. And give me this one too, sure. It's certainly a question I've asked and had answered before, but I do wonder if the Aegis scale has any kind of defense for what's to come here. Strongly doubt it, but that would be kind of fun. You got one more crit in you? Now'd be the time. 7%? Let's see a miracle. Almost, but that'll do it. Oh boy.
Behold the heart of the world, progenitor of life, father and mother, alpha and omega, our creator and our destroyer.
It's only a model. Yes, Monty Python Holy Grail reference. The tail end of our campaign. You thought when I said last joke it was over, right? Nope. Comedy's still alive, baby. And its name is Baer. Taffy, optional. Already coming under our maker, huh? Well, it's been a hell of a ride, Gus. Sorry to say, I think you're the first to go this time. Just kidding. I can't do it. I have to punish the masochism, Tim. I'm sorry. Sorry, the irrationality. Who needs a healer, right? Another Baer F in chat for Tim. Sorry, comments. Of course I have it. It had to be done. Let's try a stun. Gus can make his worth known. And has done so already. Go ahead and get rid of that too, and tell you what, you can have one of these and maybe some blood for fun in remembrance of your fallen comrade. In remembrance? I don't know what word I used. You got another one, Gus? Let's go ahead and do that. Man, we might use an abomination without transforming a single time here. I think Gus has earned the right to stay for the whole experience, don't you? Monoxide, of course, a legend in the campaign. And I think willing to undergo this little bit. It's perfect, actually. It's a plague doctor performing one last bit of research for us to see if this Aegis scale does indeed do anything here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, rest in peace to a legend. Who, with their leftover blight, I believe has ensured victory for us here, although that stun crit blight combo does have me a bit concerned. Let's maybe get a little more holy water on board here. Nice chop leasing. Oh boy, Gus. They're making it interesting, aren't they, buddy? I ain't about to let you go this easy. Not after refusing to give you up to this point. I have so much confidence in you, in fact. I'm not even going to heal. Because we know this is going to land a stun. And we know Leasing's got you on the follow-up. GG. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Just kidding. We got it. Heart of Darkness slain. Campaign complete.
Victory. A hollow and ridiculous notion. We are born of this thing, made from it, and we will be returned to it in time. The great family of man. A profusion of errant flesh, multiplying, swarming, living, dying, until the stars align in their inexorable formation, and what sleeps is roused once more. To hatch from this fragile shell of earth and rock, and bring our inescapable end. So seek solace in a manner befitting your lineage, and take up your nugatory vigil, haunted forever by that sickening prose echoing through the infinite blackness of space and time. Ruin has come to our family.
Oh, it still gives me the chills, man. It still gives me the chills. We're done. Campaign complete. Lovely. Thanks a bunch again for all the support on this one. Y'all really appreciate you tuning in for another Darkest Dungeon campaign. Of course, Darkest Dungeon is never going anywhere. Maybe we're done with this particular iteration of it for now. But of course, we've got plenty more Darkest Dungeon 2 content on the way here on the channel. We'll probably revisit this at some point in the future as well. There's always room for a Bloodiest campaign, right? For now, thanks for watching. A special shout out again to the YouTube members. Appreciate the support. I'll see you next time.